This is a very quick introduction of DPLYR function properties. So before that you have to install DPLYR. It's a package for data science, mostly for handling data frames. So managing data frames with DPLYR library. Now it's a distilled version of PLYR. The functions that we are using are kind of verbs that are provided by DPLYR: select, filter, return a column of data frame, extract a subset of column, arrange, rename, mutate, add new column, summarize, and this is a pipe operator used to connect verbs together into a pipeline. This is pipe. It's interesting. We are going to say this again and again. DPLYR has its own data type which it takes advantage of. For example, there is a print. The first argument is data frame. The subsequent argument describe what to do with the data frame specified in the first argument, and you can refer to columns directly without using $sign. The return set is a new data frame. Data frame must be properly formatted and it must be tidy. Installing DPLYR. Once you install it and when you use this, you're going to see that it's installed. So let's create a new file. When I run this, I see that it's loaded. The following packages are masked. So we are using a data set for the city of Chicago. I don't know if it exists or not. If it's not, we are going to find some way to use it. Otherwise, we are going to switch to something else. No such file or library. So I'm downloading it and pasting it here in the working directory so that hopefully we can run this. I pasted it in the working directory. I ran it and it worked. To see some basic characteristic, we can use dim or str, which is structure. Let's quickly do that. When I run dim, dimensions are given. You see dimension also given on the right. When you run str, again you'll get the details about the structure. Using this link, so I'll just paste it there. Okay. Select could be used to select column. First, third column. It's going to give you that. A subset and head are the other commands. This looks interesting. You can also omit variables, which is minus city dptp. So let's check out how it would do that. So it's selecting Chicago. Too many variables, and with the negative sign it's going to ignore that, which indicates accept the city through DTPT. So if I were to go back and check, so city to DTPT, which means that it would start through date, which it did. The equivalent of R, base R would be match city, match DPLYR had this one. Sometimes some people say that it's not so super intuitive. Select also allows syntax allow to specify variable based on pattern. Select dash with 2. String subset. So we have the column of variable that ends with 2. If you want to find out a variable that ends with 2, then you have filter, then you have arrange. So arrange Chicago. Order the rows of the data frame by date. First is the earliest, so arrange Chicago and date. Now we can make the first few rows and see, and the last few rows by head and tail commands. Let's try to run that. So the real data frame got arranged, which means that so you got these three, date and the main two. You can also see the tails. Arrange, descending order, date. Then you have rename, renaming a variable. So you can see the names of the first 5 variables, then you can rename. Mutate is important. Mutate you compute transformation of variable, and if you want to create new variable, then you can use mutate. For example, air pollution data retrend, so mutate Chicago, and this is a new variable. If you observe, we are still working on the same data set. Right now it has 8 variables. Let's try to run this. PMT not found. Okay, so we did not rename it on the way, that's why it gave us this error. So if you don't follow the code of the tutorial line by line, then it's going to throw an error, and this is a common convention everywhere. Okay, you see it became from 8 to 9 variables. Mutate, compute transformation, which is that. Group by is to generate statistic from data with strata defined variable. You have to find out average or summarize. Let's see. Chicago, mutate Chicago. Here is this. So let's see. You need to group by. This is the final variable which is created. And since now we have post tag state, now we can easily group it by that variable. So group by years is group by Chicago years. So only two input, but the years would have all the observation. (6940) Interesting to note is that group by is different from SQL, where you need to give an aggregation function. So let's see. Here you have 6940 10 variable, 6940 10 variable. So it has years. Try to group by here. Okay, now we can create a summary statistic also. Summarize. Return data frame year, annual averages. You can also create quantile. And then you can group by quantiles. This is an important pipeline operator, is very handy for stringing together multiple DPLYR function, because whenever, if you remember, in SQL we used group by and then we had to add or sum. So this is very handy to bring together multiple DPLYR function. The sequence is buried inside nested function, so first, second and third. So let's see, mutate, then group by, and then summarize. So we have added many stuff together. We did not follow all the stuff, so we cannot do that. But anyways, you got the main idea.